My name is Olivia and my metric number is CF190033, and I would like to do the introduction for the project presentation. The adaptation of the decentralized wastewater management system, such as an on-site treatment system, is recommended. Domestic wastewater is generated from daily human activities such as bathing, eating, drinking, and cleaning. Black water has significant level of BOD, ammonium, pathogenic bacteria, and microorganisms. And the objective of this project discussion is to discuss the comparative analysis of domestic wastewater treatment plant between Malaysia and developed country. And second objective is to propose a recommendation to improve the current domestic wastewater treatment plant in Malaysia.
So we can see the slide, the advancement of technology, system and design operation domestic wastewater treatment plant in Malaysia. First, preliminary treatment. It's to remove the large material and coarse solid that found in raw wastewater. And primary treatment. Primary treatment is to remove material that will either float or readily settle out by gravity. And second treatment is remove of biodegradable organic matter from sewage or similar kind of wastewater. And for the lastly is moving bed bioreactor. A moving bed bioreactor is a biological sewage treatment process. The main idea of using this method is use microorganisms to break down sewage. So for the next slide, we will see the main factor influence the efficiency of the system. So we will see the preliminary, primary and secondary treatment. It closely related with pathogen. Screening and grid will contain high concentration of pathogen and must be safely treated and disposed. For the moving bed bioreactor have activated slug aeration system where the slug is collected on recycled plastic carrier. So for the advantage and disadvantage of system, we will see the advantage first. The advantage is if we using the grid chamber and equalization, it has a low maintenance cost and prevent heavy deposit in pipeline and channels. It's also reduce the chemical cost. Investment costs are low and operation and maintenance simple. The sample requirement for this process is small. So for the disadvantage system is require the expert design and construction and the low reduction of pathogens. There are times when the drainage pipe connected to your septic tank can break for variety of reasons. Need to take sample and analyze to ensure either the bacteria alive or not.
Wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Farhan Aiman bin Tazali. My matrix number is AF190202. So, for questions D, how to improve the system in Malaysia based on your analysis? The National Water Services Commission, or SPAN, was established to govern the water supply and sewerage service industries by enforcing the Water Service Industry Act 2006 in a fair, effective and transparent manner. Water services that are both dependable and economical are available to everyone. WSIA has a number of goals, one of which is to build a regulatory intervention framework and support the national policy, the water supply sewerage service industry's goal. The Sewage Services Department is in charge of implementing STP projects and serving as a sewerage advisory body to the Ministry of Energy, Green Technology and Water. Malaysia's National Sewage Corporation Water Consortium is owned by the Minister of Finance Incorporated and is tasked with creating and maintaining a modern and effective sewerage system for all Malaysians. The Environmental Quality Act 1974 and related regulations such as the Environmental Quality Sewage Regulations 2009 and the Environmental Quality Industry Effluent Regulations 2009 make the Department of Environment, or DOE, and the regulatory body for wastewater effluent quality. The Water Quality Index determines the quality of the surface water, and the suitability of surface water for irrigation is assessed by the authorized classification in the DOE's National Water Quality Standards for Malaysia. The Ministry of Health is in charge of food safety regulations. The Food Act of 1983 or Act 281 and the Food Regulations of 1985 govern food safety. Food that is inappropriate for human consumption or infected with pathogenic microorganisms and their toxins is prohibited from being imported, prepared, promoted for sale, or sold for human consumption. As a conclusion, we could upgrade our pump stations, optimize aerations, improve sludge management, recycle essential nutrients, go light on disinfections, update lighting and HVAC system, maximize gravity, and last but not least is automate. Alright, so for questions E, propose the new approach to improve current system. First, to improve current system, we could fix on water quantity and quality monitoring database. The way is put our consistency in monitoring point and monitoring frequency for future consulting environmental impact assessment or EIA. Then, consistent monitoring for legal and illegal discharge, dumping, avoiding water treatment plant delay. Furthermore, using both independent and dependent instruments for consistent 24 hours real-time monitoring concept for applying water security concept for both parties and for government and public. The other way is we could implementing innovation approach. The way is using Internet of Things, which is IoT, for 24 hours precise monitoring in all weather conditions of early warning system. Then artificial intelligence, which is AI, for illegal discharge detection and establishing treatment specialist team for future pollution events. Last but not least, we could improve our current system by joint forces and public rewards for an earlier detection so that we could prevent from other risks. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Najwa. My metric number is AF190099. For technology, system and design operation in developed country, our group focused on the Alterheim wastewater treatment plant in Switzerland because it was the first in the world to build a treatment system for elimination of micropollutant using the combination of ozonation and granular activated carbon. And these two technologies were recognized as the best available for treating micropollutants. The Alterheim wastewater treatment plant was able to cut operating expenses by adjusting the ozone dose while meeting the 80% of micropollutant removal standard by using delta UV. The main factors influence the efficiency of the system is first temperature, then pH of the water, presence of catalysts, pore size distribution of granular activated carbon, concentration of contaminants, and surface characteristic of granular activated carbon. The advantage of the system is ozonation is more powerful, disinfectant than chlorine-based compound currently on the market, allowing for lower dose and shorter the duration in water. It increases organics and metals removal and spontaneously decays into oxygen, resulting in more oxygenated and cleaner product water. Ozone is produced on site, safety concerns connected with chemical shipment and handling are eliminated. The disadvantage of the system is adequate removal of particular molecules may not be obtained even at extremely high ozone dose. The development of unknown reactive byproducts from partial oxidation of the chemicals and reactivity with metric components. Lastly, activated carbon cannot be generated after use and is difficult to extract from water treatment.
Based on our finding, in Malaysia there are three main methods that has been used widely. First, we have the individual septic tank. It only partially treats sewage and releasing effluent that can harm human health. Next, we have the oxidation pond. It can treat sewage better than individual septic tank. It can treat sewage up to standard B effluent level. Next, we have the package plant. It can treat larger scale of sewage, but it requires little design work and can be installed quickly. Now, Malaysia is improved the sewage treatment by using the moving bed bioreactor. This technique has several advantages. but in Malaysia, it only on the early phases. In Switzerland, they are using the advanced technologies such as ozonation and activated carbon. This method has high disinfection capability, so it does not need any chlorination. It also has high safety concern, and the system does not require often cleaning. In our opinion, Malaysia is far behind. The conventional method that has been used has many disadvantages and not well managed. Switzerland technologies can remove organic matter and other impurities better. Malaysia should initiate research for improving operational control and reduce the cost. Make sure it's full of effectiveness. Health and welfare of the community must be prioritized.